All right. Wonderful, wonderful. Hello. All right, Genevieve. Hello. Good morning. Good morning, Etta. Good morning. Hello, hello. It's almost afternoon in my time. Well, I am here as the insurance exam queen. I'm missing my earrings. The baby has gotten so many of my earrings. No, actually, my most recent pair of earrings I left in my shorts and then they got washed and they need to get fixed. But I feel so naked without my earrings right now, but we'll survive. We'll survive. And like my necklace also got broken in the washing machine. I'm like, I need my stuff. Like I don't feel like myself, but it's all right. It's all right. I'll be fine. Hello, Lorena. Hello, hello. Well, I am here to answer any questions you got about the insurance exam. Whatever you're doing, like what is the most important thing I need to know about whatever it is. Let me know. I will help you. I'm so glad to be here as your insurance exam queen, supporting you on this journey of you being able to become a licensed insurance agent and whatever form and fashion you are doing that in. Last night we had a class with Charmaine who teaches you how to start your own life insurance agency. So like if you're interested in building your own business, because insurance has so many opportunities, like you could be working a W-2 job where you go into an office, somebody pays you a paycheck and you just work hourly. That is one option in the insurance industry. That was the option that I took when I first got started. But you can also build your own business. You can use insurance as an entrepreneurship route and build your own business. So I'm all about all the magic ways of making you money. And in fact, part of what I do, so in addition to being the insurance exam queen, I am also Melissa May Dillon, and I talk about magic money on my other YouTube channel. And magic money is just a way of being able to make your own money your own way with your own magic without relying on jobs and rules and certifications and etc. And so you can join me on my other YouTube channel, Melissa May Dillon. All right, Etta, I am taking my exam this week for personal lines in Jackson, Mississippi, 3 attempts on exam FX. Okay, so the study guide is not good. I understand where you're coming from. I have actually taught Mississippi personal lines is probably one of the exams I have taught the most. And that is because there was a company, which I think has been purchased by another company, but they used to be called Sitel. And they're a third-party call center where they can be a call center for anybody, like Pizza Hut delivery, cable TV, and insurance. And they had a campaign with Progressive where they had to get 300 licensed agents on the floor ASAP. And they would have me come out every month and train 30 new people until we got to that 300 number. And it was one of the coolest things, like coming out every month and seeing the floor get bigger and bigger with all these agents. And everyone would wave their hand when they saw me back at the place. But Mississippi was one of the places I taught the most. What's most important, Etta, for you is knowing your general insurance terms. The 2 biggest chapters on the Mississippi exam, especially for personal lines, is going to be insurance terms related concepts and policy provision and contract law. So this means knowing what does insurance mean, knowing what is risk, knowing hazards, knowing what else we got in general insurance, like warranties, representations. You want to know the 4 elements of an insurance contract: agreement, consideration, competent parties, legal purpose. You want to know what is the declaration page, what is the definitions. It's just a bunch of definitions that you need to know. Then you're going to want to know about dwelling, homeowners, and auto. Pretty good. And if you haven't yet gotten my Gold Class Series package, I would highly recommend that. If you're scoring, and you, because you're doing personal lines, you get to skip anything related to commercial. So some of the videos you don't even have to watch because you're doing just personal lines. So that would be the best. You can always go to my website, insuranceexamqueen.com, and click on recommendations, and I'll break down your state exam for you. Additionally, we have a lot of free resources on my website. The notes that I have are some of the best, and I don't think people utilize them enough. If I charged for them, you guys would use them a lot more. But if you go to the free resources, or just I think it's just titled resources on my website, you can find free notes that teach a lot of the information, especially the homeowners. I have a 13-page document explaining homeowners and dwelling available on that page. So I'd go check it out. Why do South Carolina call it property, casualty, and Marines? What is the Marines part? It's shipping. Marines is because you know what's interesting? Insurance started because of ships and cargo. So think back long time ago when you had England wanting to start a colony over here in America, and they were shipping so much stuff from England over to the Americas. But like, imagine if you load a boat with all this stuff so that you could take it to start your colony, and then storms or whatever, pirates take out your ship. You lost all the money that was on that boat. And so that's what insurance started from, was trying to cover the cargo that people had. So marine, whether it's inland marine or ocean marine, is about shipping and moving cargo. And every state kind of picks a different, name for their exam, but that's just shipping and stuff. It's not a huge part of your exam, so you don't have to stress too much. Inland marine is things that are moving across the land, whether it's by car or train or vehicle, whatever. Inland marine, it just means that it's movable. It's in motion. And then ocean marine is actual stuff that's on water. So marine itself doesn't actually mean water. It means movement. Okay. Anita, good morning. I'm trying to take the insurance exam, the PSI for general insurance regulations, consumer credit insurance basics, and types of consumer insurance. Okay, so I know the consumer exam is one of the exams that's available. It's not one of the ones that I'm actually familiar with. I imagine you're going to need to know some general insurance, but beyond that, I'm not completely familiar with the consumer credit exam. So sorry, but I think a lot of my resources can help you. Maria, hi, Melissa. I'm so nerved. I'm going to take Maryland. Maryland is a little bit tricky for state law. They're 30% state law, so you need to be really good in that. And I do believe I have a Maryland state law document inside of Gold, so that would be super valuable for you. You want to know everything you can. You want to know general insurance, P&C basics, auto, home, dwelling. You don't have to get super strong in commercial, because commercial's tough for anybody to learn, and it's a lot of information. Do you think I will have time? Do you think I have time? I test Wednesday. Yes, I have had people purchase Gold the night before and listen to it. Because a lot of the videos, you can actually speed up how quickly. I mean, I already talk fast. I was wondering that the other day, because when I listen to certain people, I will speed up the YouTube, like, go faster. You guys are talking too slow. And I wondered, I'm like, I have a feeling that people don't speed me up. They slow me down, because I probably talk so fast. But anyway, I've had people purchase it the night before, and I swear there is energy behind it. And what I mean by that is simply making the purchase of it and owning it. It helps you pass the exam, because you're making a commitment to yourself. Like, I want to be able to pass. And this woman knows how to make that happen. And I am buying her product so that I can pass. And I believe in magical energy too. So what that means is, when you're sitting down to take your exam and you don't know the answer to a question and you're worried about it, just go, Melissa, what is the answer to this question? And then whatever pops in your head, choose that as your answer. And there are people who have stated in the 5-star reviews on Google that is exactly what they do, and they're able to pull off a pass. The other thing too, for anybody, I would recommend when you're taking the test is trust that you got the answer right, whether you do or don't. Because here's the thing is, you don't know if you got an answer wrong or not. You're like, I had a person who was taking a test in front of me. She had to take a practice exam, and we logged into Zoom and we shared her computer. And I said, I'm just going to watch you take the test. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to watch you take the test. And she would like go back and forth between a couple answers, and then she would choose one, and she would be like, right. She's like, I got that one wrong. And she didn't get it wrong. She just wasn't comfortable. Like, she wasn't for certain. But just because you're not for certain doesn't mean that it is wrong. You could have guessed well. You could have just picked the right one. So what you want to do is believe that every question you pick is correct. So like, that was the right one. That was the right one. I guessed so good. I know that was the right one. I just got a lucky guess. That's definitely the right one. If you have the energy throughout the exam that you are picking the right answer, you're going to just feel better. So feeling better helps you feel better to be able to access the information, because if you're scared, your brain will actually shut down. You'll go into fight or flight. And when you're in fight or flight, you can't access the knowledge that you have in your brain. So some of you study so hard, you know the information so well, but when you sit on the test, your fight or flight kicks in and then you lose it all. And it's not lost forever. It's just shut down in that moment because you're triggered into fight or flight. And so you've got to calm yourself down and bring your nervous system down and calm your heart down and take slow, deep breaths and tell your body, I'm not in actual physical danger. And then you're able to access your information. So stay in excitement, not stress, and shift your stress into excitement, and it will help you to be able to pass. All right, I have a question. Lorena, I'm confused about the answer to this question. Deliberately withholding of material facts. As soon as I see withholding, I know the answer is concealment. Because concealment is withholding. Conceal is to withhold or to hide. Like, I don't want you to know I've got this. Like, I always think of concealment as like I'm eating a candy and there's like a toddler or a kid nearby. And I got to be very quiet about opening that wrapper. I don't want them to know that I'm going to open that wrapper and eat the candy. Because otherwise the kids are, I want the candy, give me the candy. So concealment is withholding or hiding the information. Especially of material facts. So yeah, that would be concealment. Hi, hello. Maria, question, is any way I can take the exams in Spanish? Spanish is my first language. Possibly. Some states do have Spanish exams, some do not. So generally in states with a higher Spanish population, like Florida or Arizona, you can take the exam in Spanish, but not every state offers a Spanish exam. However, the advice generally that is given is if you are going to test in Spanish, you should study in Spanish. And there's only a few companies that have Spanish courses, because the way that they word the questions is still like, you want to study the same language that the question is going to be on. If you study in English and then try to take the test in Spanish, it doesn't always go very well. So whatever language you're going to test in is the language you should study in, and not every state offers it. So you would need to go to your Department of Insurance website, go to the place you schedule your exam, and see if Spanish is an option for you. But it's not always your best bet to take it in Spanish. Now, I will tell you, I have spent a large part of my career as a teacher teaching people who spoke Spanish first. And so the way that I teach, the way that I break down the material, the way that I help you memorize stuff, so much of my experience comes from teaching people who were not native English speakers. So if you really, and I have a lot of people on my Gold Star or on my Google reviews who will say, even though English is not my first language or a strong language for me at all, I was able to learn the information and pass the exam. Hello, little baby. Are you awake? Did you have a good nappies with Daddy? Yeah. All right. It's going to be time for me to go soon because she's going to want to drink some milks. All right. Let me see if I got some. Okay. Thank you. Game over. Thank you for this info. You are welcome. Salt of the earth. I purchased gold. I have to take South Carolina on Friday. You got this. Just watch gold on repeat. You got this. Make sure you watch the last video in gold, which is about to take the test audio, which gives you the excitement, the encouragement, and the energetic vibe that you need to pass the exam. I'm taking my exam on Monday. I'm freaking out. Okay, quit freaking out. Deep breaths. Listen on my YouTube channel. I have the About to Study audio motivation that helps you get excited and calms your mind so that you're prepared to study. So definitely listen to that on repeat. I believe property and casualty is not much different. Yeah, so at a personal lines to property and casualty just includes commercial. And what's really crazy is if you're taking the property and casualty exam, for most people, you could study just personal lines and still pass. So you don't, again, that just proves you don't need to know a ton of commercial. I do that a lot. I study until I forget all the info. Okay, so game over. Yeah, so you're saying that you forget the information when you actually sit down to take the test. What's happening is that your body is scared, and so you've gone into fight or flight, so it shuts your brain down. So when that happens, you need to, when you get to the first, you want to listen to my motivation audio so that you're calmed but excited to pass instead of afraid to fail, right? You're excited to pass is where you want to be, not afraid to fail. And you shouldn't be afraid of failure anyway. This is a hard exam. It's normal to fail. Most people fail. That's just the numbers. That's just the statistic. It's not the end of the world. And we've got to get rid of the thoughts that say, I'm a failure because I'm like, failing the exam doesn't mean you're a failure. The school system has really messed us up with the word fail, and they make it think it's the worst thing. Oh my gosh, she's going to fail her class. She's going to fail. She's a failure. And we've made it the worst thing ever. It is not. Failure is just feedback. So you fail the exam, you get a score sheet, you get to find out what areas you need to study harder on. And my years of experience having looked at so many score sheets, y'all score the same. So I know what you need. I know what it is you need to study. And that's what we put into the Gold Class Series package. So that's available on insuranceexamqueen.com. We have other options too, different price points for you. But Gold is what we recommend to everybody so that you could just have it all one and done and be able to pull off a pass. Okay, wait. Faith Builders, I'm scheduled to take, I love that, Faith Builders. I'm scheduled to take the PC on Wednesday here in Maryland. I'm excited and ready to ace it. Yes! Be excited to pass. I'm excited to pass. I'm excited to pass. I'm excited to pass. That's the vibe. All right, Etta, I will purchase it today. Perfect. Yes, get on it. You will feel so much better. Like, these are not my words. If you go to my Google reviews and you look at the people over and over again, say, don't waste time, get gold now, stop second guessing, get gold now. Some people said, take this as your sign to get gold now. That's what other people say. So get on it. Dragon Rue. I love Dragon. Hello. Hi, Queen Melissa. I am currently studying for my life and health in California. Ooh, California actually has a super nice breakdown. If you go to their Department of Insurance website and you look at the outline, they'll tell you like all the things that can show up on the test. I purchased your gold. Perfect. What should I focus on more? Everything sounds really hard for me to understand. So even though you've already purchased gold, great. Still go to my recommendations. So if you go to my website, insuranceexamqueen.com, click on life and health, click on recommendations, scroll to California, click it open, and read what I tell you is important for the California exam, because we've broken it down for you. And then you can also get the outline that California offers on their website, because it's actually pretty cool. Maria, hi, my queen. I'm stuck in liability and workers' compensation. Okay, so liability just means you are responsible for what has happened, or whoever is liable for that. With workers' compensation, it's not highly tested in most states. I do have the best videos for workers' compensation inside of my Gold Class Series package. But workers' compensation can also be highly state specific. So I have a broad general overview of workers' comp, but I don't have state specific on workers' comp. But it doesn't need to be a huge part of what you're trying to understand. I don't know if you told me what state you're in, but workers' comp in most states for most exams is not that important. So if you can understand some basics like what is the Jones Act, the Sea Harbor, the Jones Short Act, whatever, knowing those things, and knowing the parts of workers' comp. It just depends. Some states test on it. Yeah, Tennessee, you don't need to worry about that at all. I think you have to take the casualty side of the exam separately, but you can be stronger in auto for sure. Insurance terms, related concepts, policy provision, and contract law is going to be the heaviest part of your exam, and that's the easiest part of your exam. So you do not have to be super strong in workers' compensation. You would want to beef up a little bit on CGL, commercial general liability. And again, we have the best videos for that on the Gold Class Series package. So definitely check that out. All right, since my baby's awake, I'm going to go. I love you all so, so much. Please make sure to check out the Facebook group. That's where we have the best, most support. If you just go to Facebook and you go to just type in Insurance Exam Queen, the study group should pop up. And then check us out at insuranceexamqueen.com. Click on recommendation, read what's important for your state and how I can best help you out. And I always, always, always recommend Gold to everybody because it's going to have the most common, most tested information in a way that you can understand. And that's all available on the website. One last question, Etta, when I buy the Gold package, what part do I need to go be ready to test? So Etta, again, go to recommendations on the website, read which chapters are most important, and then watch those videos on repeat. And you can even speed them up to listen to them faster. All right. I love you all. Have an amazing day. All the loves, all the vibes to pass your exam. Have a good day. Bye. Love you.